it's Harriet Berholtz here with E-Commerce Girls, and today I just wanted to introduce myself a little bit more to you guys and tell you a little bit about how I got into e-commerce, my personal journey with entrepreneurship, and just some fun facts about me that you might not know but may care to know if you were curious more about who's the person behind this channel and why I'm doing these videos. So I am a 26-year-old entrepreneur. I live in San Diego, California with my husband and French bulldog Toby. I was actually born in England. My mom's British and my dad's American. I have dual citizenship. What? So that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, so I wish I had an accent, but we moved over to the US, first to Pennsylvania and then to San Diego, which was a fun transition. It's a whole new kind of mentality once you get to California. I swear, I just thrive off of the beautiful weather and the people and the positivity and just like the drive. My dream would be to do a combo, living half of the year in New York or London and then half of the year in San Diego, just because I love the hustle and bustle of New York and the constant go, but I also love the more laid back atmosphere and healthy living kind of lifestyle of San Diego. I lived in LA for a little bit. It was not for me. I just couldn't deal with the traffic and it wasn't really my scene. But I started my first e-commerce store in the yoga and meditation niche when I was in my senior year of college. I had been interviewing for a bunch of different positions with companies. My degree is in communications and have a minor in East Asian languages, specializing in Mandarin. And I just didn't really want to get your typical 9-to-5 job. I saw these people working to build other people's dreams, which is really what you're doing when you work for a company, and you're not the boss, So I didn't want to invest my life in that. And frankly, the idea of working 50 years to then get maybe 15 to 20, being retired to actually go and live my dreams when I'm like 60, just didn't appeal to me. I didn't want to go into work every day focusing on building somebody else's business. That didn't really resonate with me or make me feel like I was really valuing myself or my time or my skills, and I wanted to have something I could put my name on at the end of the day. That's why I went out on a limb. I saw an ad for this course by Adrienne Morrison advertising how to help you build your own e-commerce dropshipping store, and I was like, no idea what that is, but it sounds super interesting and I'm gonna do it. So bought it, did the whole course, went through it all in like less than 2 weeks, set up my first store. It failed miserably, as I've mentioned in other videos before. I had it set up for like a month that I tried to make it successful. It was called Trendy Fleek. On fleek had just become like a popular term at that time, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna capitalize on this. It was such bullshit. It was a bad story. It was my first try though. Like, your first time doing anything is gonna be bad, whether it's filming a YouTube video, whether it's doing a podcast, whether it's sex, it's not always gonna be great the first time, but gradually over time, it's gonna get better. So that store was a total bust. I sold like dog collars, and I was trying to do basically what a lot of these drop shipping and e-commerce experts tell you to do: have a general store where you choose products, not in one particular category like yoga or like technology, electronics, or anything along those lines. You just kind of choose whatever products are performing best that week or month on AliExpress that have a ton of 5-star reviews and a bunch of comments and like social proof, and you sell them. That just wasn't really working for me, and that was because I went too wide with it and I didn't niche down and choose something that I was passionate about. And that's really why my next store ended up, I believe, being as successful as it was. I chose the niche yoga and meditation. It's something that I care deeply about: healthy eating, healthy living, especially living in San Diego. How can you not be motivated to go outside and move around and like live a healthy, active, wonderful lifestyle? And I could write about that topic for days on end, and I did when I did my blog posts that were kind of my first venture into bringing people into my store. I had very little ad spend. I mean, I was literally a college student. I don't even think I had a credit card. My first month I only spent $300 on ads. I ended up making 10 grand. So that was incredible. And then I was able to gradually scale my ads with the profit that I had made. So that was awesome. But in the beginning, just starting out, I put out blog posts like crazy, and I love yoga and I love meditation. I can write about that shit for days, and I did. And so that was super, super helpful. I have been studying Mandarin since I was in 8th grade. 你好，我的朋友，我的中文名字是唱歌。 That means hi friends. My Chinese name is Changge, or it pretty much just means singing a song, pretty much. I really liked karaoke. We were going around the class and my Chinese teacher was like, let me give you a name that means like singing, pretty much. And so that's what it was. And so whenever I tell people in China that that's my name, they're like, that's nonsense. So, but I'm not going to change it at this point. Honestly, I've had it for so long. I like almost want to get it tattooed on me. But don't worry, I won't. That would be really trashy, probably. I was able to create great working relationships and really build that deeper trust because of my language skills. I'm not saying I'm the best at Chinese by any stretch of the imagination. My accent really, really sucks. And I'm definitely forgetting stuff over time, but I try to practice as much as humanly possible. And it's just been really beneficial. So if you're considering a career in dropshipping, I highly recommend learning some Mandarin, even if it's just a basic, ni hao ma, xie xie, zaijian, like basic shit. It really, really helps. And people just appreciate it when you try to speak their language. And I think that's a really beautiful thing. I was lucky enough to spend a lot of time in China. I went 4 different times. I actually went with my dad, who was teaching a law school course over there for American law school students, and we actually got to go to Zhejiang Daxue, or Zhejiang University, Zhejiang Law School, and which is amazing, in Hangzhou. And I actually got to take some of the courses. So I was 16 years old, taking international business transactions and constitutional law classes and all that kind of stuff, and it was just the coolest experience ever. I mean, I literally got to run around that city on my own, make amazing friends. I was 16 years old. It was like absolutely incredible. I went back a couple of the following summers as well, and then ventured over there again, just my father and I, for him to give like a lecture. So China holds a very special place in my heart. A little bit more about me is I actually always thought I was gonna have a career in music. I've been a singer since I was 4 years old. I did a lot of acting classes, modeling classes, but primarily my main focus was singing. I auditioned for American Idol several times. I actually did a couple of music videos. I released several different albums. I wrote songs in Nashville, traveled and toured and performed all over the country. And it was truly incredible. I sang the national anthem at a bunch of different pre-Olympic qualifying games. I actually got accepted when I was 16 years old into the Berklee College of Music on a almost full scholarship after doing a 5-week summer program there. That was absolutely incredible. I still to this day very much want to get back into music a little bit and just keep performing and keep writing and creating, because that sort of muscle is still there in me. It's a little bit dormant right now since I kind of ventured off into e-commerce and it wasn't really conducive to also doing music at the same time. But it's still a very big passion of mine, and I would love to continue to flex that muscle and make it stronger, because I think whatever lights your soul on fire, and for me that's e-commerce and music and like helping other people to build e-commerce businesses. That's what I want to spend every day and the rest of my life doing. Life is so fucking short, so short, and that was such a huge motivating factor for me as to why I didn't want to waste a single day going and working for a company that it didn't resonate with me. Building somebody else's business, having, living for the weekend and dreading the work week. It was just not something that I wanted to do. It wasn't the kind of life that I wanted to lead. And that's why I'm so passionate about helping other people, specifically women, as I mentioned before in my previous video, saying e-commerce is so male dominated. I was a part of a lot of mastermind groups and a lot of Facebook groups and all this kind of stuff. And I would usually be the only woman, if not one of maybe like 2 women in the group, and it would just be hundreds of guys, which is fine. Obviously people are going to gravitate towards what they want, but I saw so many women shelling MLM products, and I just thought it was such a shame, because they aren't truly their own bosses at the end of the day. Yes, it's a good way for some people to get their feet wet in the world of entrepreneurialism, but I personally think get your feet wet by starting a Shopify store. It really isn't that much different in terms of the financial commitment to start a store. You don't need to run Facebook ads at first. Yes, obviously it helps exponentially to have Facebook ads money, run PPC ads, Google Shopping ads, and all that kind of stuff, but you can focus on building a high quality email list. You can guerrilla marketing tactic your way to, a decent amount of success and sales. You can do e-commerce affiliate marketing. In a sense, you can find affiliates out there, give them 10% of sales, so kind of start your own MLM in a sense, but like not actually, because there's not a downline or an upline or anything along those lines. But you can get people who are going to be big proponents and supporters of your brand to show off your products on their social channels, their vlogs, they're on their blogs, whatever it may be. And then any sales that they bring in through their specified affiliate link, you give them 10 to 15% of that sale, and then you obviously keep the rest. So I think starting your own Shopify store is a much better idea for women than joining an MLM or a network marketing company, because I don't like the practices and the tactics that are used for those companies. It feels really predatory, and I'm not a fan. But yeah, so that's why I started this channel. I wanted to give women videos and tangible ways that they could go about creating financial freedom for themselves. And I am so sad when I hear about women being in situations that they're not able to get out of because they don't have money saved up. They're a stay-at-home mom. They're solely reliant on their partner's income. Say if they found out their partner was cheating or whatever it is, if there was just some reason why you needed to leave, you have a way to support yourself and you have a backup plan, you know? And I think that's just so important. You never want to feel helpless. And I think making your own money, and especially through drop shipping, it's such an empowering feeling. I can't even describe to you the feeling of sitting there my first couple of months in business after having never made pretty much like any money except, you know, music gigs here and there paying, and having a couple part-time jobs at Starbucks and then Bath and Body Works when I was 16. That, you know, big money I made there. But sitting there and seeing these cha-ching, 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 cha-chings coming in on my phone, you've just made $150. You've made $500 in sales. You've done, you know, X amount every single day, waking up in the morning, looking at my phone, and while I was sleeping, I made $1,000. That literally happened every day once my store kind of got up and running, and I found my sort of flow of Facebook ads and email marketing and all that kind of stuff. Like, I was making money while I slept, and very few things in life are that passive. You know what I mean? Passive income. You can have residual checks and stuff like that on previous work you've done, ebooks, you know, TV show, back pay and stuff like that. Yes, you can make money, but there's very few people that are waking up every morning having made $1,000 in their sleep. And then by the end of the day, seeing my sales get up to $10,000 every single day. It was just the most incredible feeling. And I want you guys to feel that. I want you to feel that excitement, like, oh my God, this is working. And I had this sheer disbelief when I was doing all of this. Like, I was doubting it. You know, I kind of had developed a really negative money mindset growing up. I saw my parents not necessarily struggle financially, but just struggle with how they viewed money and spending money and saving money and all that kind of stuff. And they were very fiscally conservative about things, but it was always kind of like, well, we can't afford this. Like, maybe we need to save this just in case we need something down the road. They were always very smart about things, but it was always the cause of a lot of stress and arguments. And I developed kind of a negative money mindset that I had to really focus on getting myself out of. I really worked on creating a positive money mindset, the law of attraction, all that kind of stuff. I know it sounds woo-woo to some people, but regardless of how you view it, you need to rewrite your money story. And when I finally allowed myself to do that, and I allowed myself to embrace and just welcome in this kind of financial success, everything changed in my life. I was thinking, okay, this is working because I am in my zone of genius. I'm in my flow and sort of creative niche, and this is why it's working, and I'm going to accept this. This is incredible, and universe, I am so, so grateful. I really recommend reading like the Abraham Hicks books about the law of attraction. There's one that's like the law of money mindset. There's also a bunch of other podcasts you can get on your podcast app that go over the law of attraction and like attracting more money into your life. I also really like, for women, You Are a Badass at Making Money. That's a really other good mindset book. That's Jen Cicero. She wrote You Are a Badass. It's a really, really good book. So change your money mindset. You know, that's why I created this channel. That's why I am doing what I am doing, and I want to help you guys achieve financial freedom. I want to see you guys be successful. I don't want to hey girl you know, slide into your DMs like, hey girl, try my cream. It's you know, changed my life, and now I look 40 years younger. I look like a fetus. I'm not going to try to do anything like that. I just want to help you guys figure out, you know, what kind of store to start, how to start a store, how to make it profitable, how to be successful, how to choose your products, and anything else, you know, that you might need. I'm going to make another video today all about how to grow your email list, which is a phenomenal way of marketing and making money, and consistently brings in a higher ROI than any social media sites or ads can possibly do. So growing your email list is an inexpensive way to significantly boost sales and grow your and grow your brand. So yeah, let me know in the comments if there's any videos that you would want to see from me, if there's anything you want me to talk about or that you need help with. Follow me on e-commerce girls on Instagram or shoot me a message. I would love to help. So if there's anything else you want to know about me, also leave a comment down below and I will answer it as quickly as I can. Make money, kick ass, have a great rest of your day.